You're doing 10 small things every day that are systematically destroying your mental health, and you don't even notice. You think they're normal because everyone does them, but that's exactly what makes them so dangerous. These are the things killing you quietly. Mental health doesn't just collapse overnight. It erodes slowly through small habits repeated over and over until you wake up one day and don't recognize yourself anymore. You feel anxious, exhausted, numb, and you have no idea how you got here because nothing dramatic happened. It was just death by 1,000 tiny cuts. Let's break them down. Habit number 1, checking your phone within the first 5 minutes of waking up. That quick scroll seems harmless, right? But it floods your brain with the stress hormone, cortisol, immediately. You're starting every single day in reactive mode. Your stress already activated before your feet even hit the floor. Do this for months, and your brain literally forgets what a calm morning even feels like. You've conditioned yourself for anxiety from the moment you open your eyes. Habit number 2, scrolling to avoid feeling. The second you feel a flicker of discomfort, boredom, sadness, anxiety, you reach for your phone. You've trained your brain that negative emotions are problems to be swiped away, not signals to be understood. Your tolerance for discomfort drops to 0. You're essentially avoiding the psychological gym, so your emotional muscles atrophy. Habit number 3, consuming content without creating anything. You watch, you scroll, you read, you absorb, but you never produce. This constant consumption trains your brain to see yourself as a spectator in life, not a participant. Studies show that people who create, whether it's art, writing, a garden, anything, report significantly higher life satisfaction. When you only consume, you start to feel powerless. And a feeling of powerlessness is a direct path to depression. Habit number 4, explaining away your gut feelings. Something feels off about a person or a situation, but instead of trusting that intuition, you rationalize it. You tell yourself, I'm just overthinking, or I'm being too sensitive. By doing this, you've trained yourself to dismiss your own internal guidance system. When you can no longer trust your own perception of reality, crippling anxiety rushes in to fill that void. Habit number 5, postponing rest until everything is done. You tell yourself you'll relax when the work is finished, when the inbox is at 0, when the house is clean. Here's the truth. The work is never finished, so you never truly rest. Your brain needs downtime to repair and consolidate memories. And I'm not just talking about sleep. Rest is the conscious act of giving yourself permission to stop, a permission you never grant. You're operating in a state of permanent depletion. Habit number 6, comparing your internal, messy reality to everyone else's external, polished performance. You feel anxious and overwhelmed. Then you look at social media, or even your friends, and think, everyone else seems fine. You're just seeing their highlight reel, their public face. This comparison breeds a deep sense of shame. Shame makes you hide. Hiding makes you feel isolated. And isolation makes every single mental health struggle 100 times worse. Habit number 7, treating busyness as a badge of honor. You measure your self-worth by your productivity. When you're not producing, you feel worthless. So you never stop. You've tied your entire identity to your efficiency. That isn't ambition. It's self-rejection, disguised with a work ethic. You're telling yourself that your humanity is conditional on your output. Habit number 8, isolating yourself when you're struggling. You feel bad, so you pull away from friends and family. You tell yourself you'll reconnect when you feel better. But you can't feel better in isolation. Social connection is not optional for mental health. It's a biological necessity. Waiting until you feel good enough to connect means you might never connect at all. That isolation is part of what's keeping you stuck. And the final habit, number 9, treating your mental health as something to deal with later. You'll get to it when you have more time, when things calm down at work, When the kids are older, your mental well-being is always next month's priority. But then years go by with it on the back burner. Suddenly, you're in a full-blown crisis, wondering how things got this bad. They got this bad one postponed therapy session, one ignored feeling, one sleepless night at a time. These habits seem so small, so harmless on their own. But when you compound them over months and years, they destroy you from the inside out. The good news is, you can reverse every single one of them starting today. And let me know in the comments, which habit hit you the hardest? Thanks for watching.